Lori from Shoo Shoo Paper Art, and I've had a couple of emails about asking me if I keep a planner, and I do. There are a lot of gorgeous planners out there, and if I had more time, I would probably enjoy changing it every week and really going all out, but I just don't have that kind of time. So I'm going to kind of talk about how I keep the planner and make it cute enough that I can stand it, but not going overboard and not taking a whole lot of time. This is a Me and My Big Ideas planner. I actually had this topping on my other planner, so I just transferred it over to this one when I got this new one in July. This is nothing but some pieces of paper cut with some gold crescent board and a really cute little French cat that says "Welcome to Everyday Life." It's just clipped on with a large paper clip that I got from Staples, and I hot glued a vintage button on there for some interest. There's no sequins or anything like that that might come off because I do carry this around with me. I take it to work quite often, so I didn't want there to be anything that would like come off of it. So it's pretty plain actually, although I actually love this little kitty. It just makes my day. I love it. On the inside, this is just the page that came with the planner. All I did was add a little banner piece and a bow with the kitty. And here, I'll show you in a minute, I keep my note sheets for the month in here. And I'm also going to show you how I made this pocket. And it's just clipped on with the front paper clip. I also use the same like bookmark place finder every time, and it's just a little wooden cat that I found, and I change his bow out sometimes, and it's nothing but hot glue with one of those same large paper clips, and I just change his bow out to kind of match the colors on the planner. So that's all I do, and just keep moving it back, and I don't take time to make new ones. You can see that for the pages coming up that only thing I've done is I took some washi tape. This I cut, it's not quite in half. You can tell those are different sizes, but anyway, cut it and put just a tiny bit of decoration on the month's pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this case 5 for this month. And I just changed a little bit where I put it. I stamped some little red butterflies on each page in the month, and that's from a Pretty Pink Posh stamp set. And I also use these to make my little note sheet that I use, and I'm going to show you those here right now. Okay, actually. So for my to-do list, I stamped the hello and the little butterfly from the stamp set, and I need to punch it so that I can fit them into my planner. And I've also cut them so that they'll fit into my pocket in the front. So these are 3.5 by 7.5 inches tall. Now this is the one from last time, and I'll put a link to this. These are adorable. I just printed them off and cut them out, and they stuck out a little bit, but that didn't bother me at all. I could, since I've already done all my measuring before, I could just line this up where I wanted the holes and use this as a guide, but I'll show you how I did it the first time. It saves time from month to month because I've already done it once before. So I'm going to take one of these to-do list notes here and kind of line it up where I want it. I'm going to measure in 5/16 of an inch because that's where the middle of these are. All right, that's at least how it's worked for me. So I'm going to make a mark at 5/16 of an inch and another one up here so that I can just make a really light line all the way down the side. And you could certainly make a template to use each time. That would work as well. Okay, so there's my light line. Line it up here where it fits nice and neat. And then I'm just going to draw from the middle of that line, middle of the hole punch in the planner out to my line where I'm actually going to put the hole on my to-do list. All right, now that I've got those marked, I'm just going to gather them all up and punch them at one time since my crocodile will go through all of these really easily. By the way, this is 20-pound copy paper, which is a little heavier than just regular copy paper, but regular copy paper would work too. Okay, I'm just going to line that up, put that both of those lines right in the middle of my crocodile and punch. And I'm going to continue on doing the rest of those. Now that I have them all punched, I need to slit the hole punches so that they'll slip over these little binders. And these are pretty thick. So I'm going to make one slit and then another beside it so that it will be wide enough so that I can slip these into the planner. Okay, now that I have them slit, I'll put one on this week and then just stick the rest of them in my holder. I could go ahead and slip them in there, but just kind of save a little bit of time here. All right, so those will go in my pocket. And this one will go into my planner. And I'm just sliding those over the binding holes. Okay, oops. And if okay, this last one, this is it. See, I made a mistake. It's a little bit off. No problem. I'm just going to go ahead and slit it just a little bit more and solve that problem. And I'll also go ahead and fix the hole a little bit. So it's not the end of the world if it doesn't fit. And no one's going to know that it didn't quite work out. I'm going to blame that I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so that's how my notes go in there. I take what my last weeks and anything that's not crossed off, I write on here first. So that keeps me going from week to week with the things that need to be done. All right, so then I can just write in what I need to on each day. So that's pretty simple. And actually it only takes me probably about no more than 30 minutes really to get the whole month ready to go. So let's take a look at this pocket and I'll show you how I made it. It's really simple to do. I started out with a piece of 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 paper. I'm going to score it at 4 inches and at 8 inches. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Once I have them scored, I'm going to go ahead and fold on the 4-inch score and go ahead and fold the little tab on the 4th inch that's left there. Okay, so this tab this little tab that I folded under is going to adhere to the other side like that. Okay, now this pocket has a slant on it, so I'm going to mark this at about 2 3/8 inches, and I'm marking the one that has the little tab on it since that ended up on the top. Okay, 2 3/8. Let's see here. That's about right here. Okay, I'm going to take that little mark that I made, and I need to angle it all the way to the corner here. So let's go ahead and do that. You could certainly do this on a cutting board. We'll just go ahead and draw it here. And then I'm going to cut this off. Have my angle on my pocket, and I have this cute paper showing up from underneath, and I'll have this paper linked. It's from Etsy. I also rounded the corners, so let's do that. Put that in there and give it a little rounded corner. Now I'm ready to close up the pocket. I'm going to put a little bit of this 1/8 inch tape on it, if I can find the end, that is. Going to put tape at the bottom as well. And then for the one in the front of my book, I also cut a piece of 1 3/4 by 4 inch, and the same paper as the inside paper, and glued it only on the 3 sides so that I could clip the little decorative piece with the little kitty on it. So like that. Oops, maybe not crooked. Let me show you the finished one. Okay, so across, only glued on 3 sides, and then this is clipped in on the top. So that's basically how I keep my planner. It's pretty simple. I hope that kind of helps a little bit with how I keep it. So thank you for joining me, and you can always find me at shushupaperart.com.